What up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. I'm at the Pantry. We got a huge delivery, so I'm making sure that all of this stuff, this is all pretty much just like meat. Everything else gets going. So I'm here right now. I could have went live a little later, but I wanted to make sure that the live was more on time. So I'm just going to be coming live from here, and then get all this stuff out of the way. Hopefully, everyone's having a great morning. Um, yeah. This is what I be trying to tell y'all, bro. This trying to be crazy sometimes because this is a lot of meat, and we haven't got a lot of meat in a while. So getting all this stuff is gonna help a lot of people. What's up, everybody? What up? What up? What up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Kush. Good morning, Jared. What up? Delvon. What up? Ash. Always a pleasure to have you, madam. Stacy. Always a pleasure to have you too. Yeah, we here. We at the pantry. As you can see, I'm putting away a crap load of meat they just dropped off from Harry Chapin. So I'm doing that while trying to get this other stuff out of the way. I'll position the phone to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah. Hey, what's good, Michael Lakins? Good morning, good morning, good morning. A lot of meat is crazy. My bad, pause. Y'all not realizing, man, like it's like chicken breast, stuff like that. Yeah. Ground beef. So I'm the only one that's here. We just got two pallets of stuff I gotta pack out by myself. So yeah, I'm just trying to get everything out of the way. So I was like, hey, since I'm here, I might as well go live from here. So guys, and we got some stuff we could talk about definitely because yesterday they went live, the Ravens, with the new coaches. And I heard a lot of people saying like, they don't like, or they're not excited for it and everything. I'm excited. It's something new. You know what I'm saying? We've been stuck with Harbaugh and his foolishness for so long that it's just a breath of fresh air. Now, I'm not saying it's going to work, but I am saying that I'm actually looking forward to what we could do. Neuro, what's good? What's good? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Are you going to cook on that Jackson Dart clutcher? Then I haven't. Oh, I see you said that to me too, bro. I'm not even going to give it any time like that, bro. Like they're just once again every offseason they get into this thing where all these other quarterbacks are all of a sudden better than Lamar Jackson. And they know what it does because they don't have nothing else to talk about. So they're hoping that we tune in. And I'm not going to give them my views. I'm not going to give them what they want. I refuse. You want to talk crazy? Fine. But when we start making fun of you, see, that's my thing. When you say something stupid like that, it affords me the opportunity to make fun of your intelligence. You see what I'm trying to say? And they don't like when people make fun of them. Oh, we're allowed our opinion. Okay, so we should be able to make fun of you and your stupid opinion because it's a dumb opinion. You know what I'm saying? But that's all they want. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat right now. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Y'all know right now we're demonetized, so please please like the vids. It does help and stuff like that. Cyril said, hey, what's good, Cyril? Always a pleasure to have you. I'll believe it after we see how we draft. Yeah, Nigel, exactly. I refuse to be gaslit. That's exactly what they're trying to do, gaslight me. And I'm not going to let them. You're not going to make money off of me. I refuse. So if you guys want to know how much stuff I'm moving, all of that and all of that. Yo, I'm out here working, bruh. Working. Looking for some hot time, baby, to feel me. Hey, SWFPI. Hey, JR, what's good? What's good? So I'll say this too, guys, right? I actually like the coaching staff. The person that we have to watch, though, is Declan. And I want to make sure that doesn't come off as I don't like a Declan and stuff. So I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is because of his and I told you I feel like it could be a plus because of his age, because guys are gonna look at it and be like, yo, you understand where I'm coming from just because we are the same age. You know what I'm saying? It's a level like eye conversation stuff going on. But at the same time, it could be something bad too. Because we don't know if Declan's gonna look at it like that and try to be like, yo, just because we're the same age, like, and try to overcompensate. That's the part that we need to be scared about. And also, you're right, he's unproven. He's never called plays. So that's why we have to watch him. Out of all the other coaches, He's the one that has to get watched. He has to. Because I'll be real with you right now. He can't be up there doing any foolishness and expecting that, oh, it's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people, it's one of those things where I look at it honestly. I'm like, there's pluses and negatives, but we're dealing with. But if you keep everything in context, we're dealing with a man that has never called plays. That could be a good thing. We've seen guys get that opportunity and knock it out of the park, and then we've seen other guys do it and just have and never kind of find their way. So, first box or this is like the third. So that's where my mindset goes to when we're talking about Declan. That's what I worry about. I show you that's what I worry about. That's pretty much all I worry about because Lamar is a big guy on respect. He is a big guy on respect. If you notice, and I've said this before, Lamar is one of those guys where he says yes sir, no sir. He doesn't give you reason to disrespect him. You feel me? Tiffany Ned, good morning. Pleasure to have you. He doesn't give you a reason to do that. So if you disrespect him, you're gonna get a whole other side of him that you're probably not gonna like. JR said I have faith in Declan, but you're 1,000,000% right. Yeah. Well, we need to watch EDC and what he does with the offensive line. I say coaches. I say EDC. EDC, listen, I said it before and I'll say it again. I've been telling y'all to stop giving this man excuses. But now, what is his excuse going to be? Oh, we got new coaches. So, I was just trying to appease them. Out of here with that, bro. Out of here with that. I don't want to hear nothing. There's no excuses for EDC. There's no more Harbaugh taking picks, forcing him to do what he wants to do, and certain stuff like that. There's none of that. So I don't want to hear that. Oh, this isn't. I didn't get what I was just doing what I was told. Because what they're saying is Harbaugh was a lot more powerful and a lot more instrumental to what they did than anybody was letting on or giving credit for. That's what they're saying. They are saying that Harbaugh was, he had a crazy amount of power. Crazy amount of power. And you're seeing him flex that over there on the Giants world. Thank God, bro. Could you imagine? Look at the coaching staff he put together, bro. Look at the coaching staff that man put together. Like, bro, so happy we don't have him. But that's why I said, listen, I've been telling y'all for years about the EDC thing. So now there's literally none. Like, okay, you have one more excuse. Maybe it was Harbaugh and not him. Now Harbaugh's gone. What's the excuse going to be? That he didn't fix the offensive line for the 5th straight season. 6th straight season. How many consecutive seasons it's been? Out of here, bro. The offensive line has been garbage for years. Years. And it's been like, oh, yeah, we're getting better. We believe in our guys. They go, for real? So I'm actually wondering, especially with like Falele being at the practice, there's no way they can bring him back. There's no way. If he comes back, I'm going to be pissed. And anybody telling me, Nitro, it's okay. He'll have better coaching this year. Bro, y'all not going to like my answer for that. I'm being serious with y'all. Y'all not. Because I already know that's going to be the coach. I told you, I don't like when people cope and try to force me to cope or to believe they're cope. That just irks me. Like, you're not gonna force me into believing you're cope. And that's what happened. That's what's happened with the Baltimore Ravens. A lot of fans will try to force you into accepting their coping mechanisms for how garbage and why our team does stupidity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to have that. Like, we know the offensive line is bad. Voorhees, Falele has been trash. That's not conjecture. That's fact. Rosengarten was trash last year. Linderbaum was mid at best. And then Ronnie Stanley was less than mid at best. So you have an entire offensive line. And now you have reports that Linderbaum, they're saying that Linderbaum wants more than Creed. He wants left tackle money almost. He wants left tackle money, bro. Like, get out of here, bro. And now you got to take it, right? You took an undersized center You ended up bringing an undersized center to the Baltimore Ravens, and now he's trying to nickel and dime you for everything. I brought this up yesterday, bro. Like, I don't want to hear no excuses. Oh, I have to fix that. You built these guys. You brought these guys in. So many people kept telling me, oh, no, Nitro. I'm going to be honest, regardless if everyone agrees with me or not. And I'll take the criticism. Like, our offensive line was trash. And now we have to bring back Linderbaum because you can't go into an offseason needing a center, 2 guards, and maybe a right tackle. Maybe. Like, you can't do that stuff at the like you can't. So Linderbaum is pretty much I think what they do is they know that the Ravens are strapped and they can't afford to lose him. So now he's trying to extract everything he can from them. That's all he's doing. He's enacting leverage because he knows there ain't much centers available right now, and that the Ravens are in a conundrum when it comes to the offensive line. This further goes to show you that they knew that the offensive line last year was trash. I'm telling you, who do you think's telling them this stuff? His agent. His agent is talking to him, telling him, yo, they were trash last year. They can't afford to lose you. What are they going to do? I'm telling you, that's what his agent is telling him. His agent is telling Linderbaum's agent is telling him right now, look, they suck right now. Everybody knows it. They cannot afford to go into the offseason with all of you guys going, the entire interior line gone. That's not feasible. So they're going to pay you what you want. So go for the highest amount and try to maybe work down a little. That's age. I'm telling you, that's what the agent would do, bro. If you were trying to get somebody the most money as possible, why? Because you're afforded a percentage of that amount. So the more they get, the more you get. What would you say to him? Think about it. Can we donate to the Ravens to help them get some money? They have money, King Lee. The Ravens have the ability to make so many moves, and they don't because they don't want to. They just always put it like, oh, it's Lamar has to get this done, and Lamar got to get that done. I have a question for y'all. For everyone that says we can't get anything done because of Lamar Jackson's contract, where was all the moves when you had him for 5 years on the rookie contract? Where was all the big moves? Please tell me, show me, tell me. Let me know. So this is my problem because people forget that. They weren't making moves and they weren't paying him nothing. So now they're paying him, we can't do that because of Lamar. Lamar. You guys are lying. Liars. Fibbers. Have you no shame? You're up. Nitro Mark Flair recently said that Josh Allen played great against the Broncos, which is ironic because he was a Bronco. Why is he defending him? He's their hope. It just is what it is. The media's already told you who their guy is. Their guy, I told y'all before, Patrick Mahomes is not their guy. He's not. He's just become irrefutably great. So they don't like him. They have to tolerate him. That's what Lamar has to do. They don't like Lamar Jackson. That's why they try to discount everything he's done. Oh, he has 2 MVPs. So he didn't win a Super Bowl. That's all that matters. Then we're going to say, okay, well, Jalen Hurts won one. Yeah, but he's still trash, though. You know what I'm saying? He's got nothing else. It's like, but he has more Pro Bowls, more MVP votes and stuff like that than Joe Burrow. So why you put Joe Burrow over him? And Joe Burrow has weapons. So I don't want to hear nothing, bro. Listen, I told you, I can't be on those platforms because they would want to punch me in my face. And I'm not backing down, so they would end up swinging, missing, and I'm going to knock them out right on television. And y'all going to be like, oh, knocked out Mark Schlereth. Or, oh, knocked out Nick Wright. Oh, knocked out one of the, bro, someone on ESPN. I'm dead serious. That's exactly what would happen. They don't want me on those television shows because they know I'm not going to back down. I'm not. I'm too big to back down. The heck? But yeah, so that's why I don't want to hear nothing from the EDC crowd. EDCs, once again, when you're building a team, guys, I want you to understand where I come from when I say this. Every move you make has reverberating effects. So if you make bad moves, eventually those bad moves will come and bite you back in your tail down the line. That's how it works. That's just the way it works. You feel me? Them acting like, nah, we can make this work. And that's what I said last year. When last year started, I said, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear no excuses for EDC. I don't want to hear it. And so many people was like, oh, Nitro, we're not going to give him no excuses. You know, we're going to be so aggressive. Listen, I think we're going to be great too. What did I tell you? I said, I think we're going to be great. But if Lamar gets hurt, we're going to have a rough season. Lamar ends up getting hurt. Everyone's looking at me like, Nitro called it. I'm like, you see? So if stupid old Nitro, right, can call that, you want to tell me they can't call it? They're employing people from the Ivy Leagues. Granted, I should have went to an Ivy League school for academics. Fair. So I know I'm not dumb. I'm actually very, very smart. But what I'm saying is you employ a lot of smart individuals that you have on the payroll, that you have at your disposal. And you've done, you're trying to tell me you've done nothing to heed, because there's no way they haven't said anything. So that means you've done nothing to heed their warnings. Like, yo, this offensive line has holes. We should be doing this, doing that. Like you haven't heeded none of the word. Now we'll be okay. Lamar, he's the eraser. And if he's not the eraser, that's all his fault. Here, bro. I don't want to hear nothing when it comes to EDC. Eric DeCosta has no, bro. Listen, the first thing that man needs to do is get out of Bateman and get out of Mark Andrews. Those are the first two things that man needs to do. Package them, move them, trade them. I don't really care. He needs to move off those guys. It opens the door for Tez Walker to be better, for Zay Fly to take another step, and maybe bring somebody in that could do even more, because we already have a feeling that DeAndre Hopkins ain't coming back. And even if DeAndre Hopkins was coming back, keep DeAndre Hopkins. He's not going to cost you a lot of money at all, and bring in one of those other guys. Now you have legit 4 wide receivers that you know are threats. So if one goes down, you're still good. Guess what happens? Injuries are inevitable. They happen eventually. You have to be able to thwart the injury to still be able to succeed. Yo, these chicken stuff are heavy, bro. Dang. But yeah. So more slippery than heavy. So I got to hold it from the bottom. But that's what I'm trying to tell everybody, bro. Like I look, the Ravens are my team, and I love my team. But they've made very stupid, presumptuous moves to me that smart people would be able to call out. And I know the Ravens employ smart people. I know they do. Because they use analytics. What up, Flex? Get rid of Bateman and Loop sign. Justin Tucker. Justin Tucker can't come back. For what he's been thinking of, he's not going to be able to come back. He's not. The way how some fans, other fans, the type of eye is going to be on the organization, you don't want that on your organization. So until like he cleared all that up, you couldn't bring him back. You couldn't. It'd be impossible. Mark ain't going nowhere, Nitro, bro. You one of the ones that love Mark, bro. Listen, I've been wanting to move. Listen, I've been wanting to move off of Mark for multiple seasons. It wasn't just last year, and it wasn't when he made the big mistake in Bills. I wanted to move off Mark before that. People was telling me I was crazy. I'm like, if y'all can't see that this man is going down the pipe, I don't know what to tell you. Nah, man, he's for one of the best tight ends in the league. Yeah, all right. Go. You gave Mark that huge, and I get it. Everyone's like, well, he's the all-time leader in receiving yards for the Baltimore Ravens. I keep telling people that's not saying a lot. The Baltimore Ravens don't, bro. Bateman is the first receiver we've ever had that's gotten 2 contracts. You realize that, right? He is the first and only receiver the Baltimore Ravens have ever had that had multiple contracts that he signed under us. The only one. Receivers coming for maybe 2, max 3, and they're gone. No one's going to be able to. So Mark, it's like the bar is low. The bar is low. And people now want to take that into consideration. No, but he leads. It's not saying much. That's not saying much at all. Go ahead and name the Ravens' best 5 receivers we've ever had. I want a list. What are the 5 best wide receivers the Ravens have ever had? Zay Flowers, Hollywood Brown, Steve Smith, Anquan Bolden are on that list. All 4 of them are on that list. Who's the 5th? I know what y'all should say. I forgot his name though. But he had like 1,300 yards as a Raven. I forgot his name though. I forgot his name. What's his name again? You remember him, guys. I forgot that receiver. He's a darker skinned gentleman. He should be in the top 5 too. I forgot his name. I just can't remember his name. Mason. Yeah, Ebers. Thank you. Mason. Yup. Bolden, Derek Mason, Torrey Smith, Steve Smith, Zay. Nah. Whoa. Over Hollywood. What he was able to do while he was here was crazy. So yeah, I get Torrey Smith and Hollywood. I guess okay. I can see Torrey, but Torrey wasn't here longer than Hollywood, right? I'm guessing you're saying that because Torrey got the Super Bowl. Okay, fine. Okay, Torrey. Honorable mention Hollywood Brown. This man Neuro said Streeter, Scott, Dawes, Prochet, and Givens, bro. You nasty work. Because people forget that Hollywood in the playoffs was amazing. And he had 1,000 yards while he was here too. So, okay, I can understand that. I'm not going to argue with you guys on that one. Yeah, okay, I can understand putting Torrey over Hollywood. Okay, Hollywood, honorable mention. But those are the 6 best. That's not saying a lot. An old Steve Smith, an older Anquan Bolden, who we should have kept and didn't keep. He had the opportunity to keep it and said, nah, get out of here because of John Harbaugh, right? So, it's like, come on now, bro. Zay Flowers right now statistically has been our best receiver when you factor in age, contributions, and statistics. Zay Flowers has been our greatest receiver in Ravens history. Keep that in mind. If Zay Flowers has another 1,200, 1,300 yard receiving season, he is undoubtedly the best receiver the Ravens have ever had. Undoubtedly. This man, EDC, had opportunity to get big receiving minutes, and now we don't want none of them. We don't want none of those guys. Get out of here. Mike Evans, though. Mike, I wouldn't mind Mike. I would like Mike. Mike still got some stuff in the tank. He still got gas in the tank. He still got some tread on those tires. Mixed with a Zay and a Tez Walker. You can throw DeAndre Hopkins and Tylon Tylon in there. Tylen, come on now, bro. That's a decent receiving core. That's a decent receiving core. I'll take that any day. Whoever said I won't take that's a liar. You're a liar if you think I won't take that. Another box. Dude, got 6 more boxes of this. And it's already almost filled up the freezer. Just in case y'all think I don't be working, bruh. Crazy. Y'all see how much stuff I'm picking. But yeah, bruh. So that's why I don't want to hear nothing. We have so much stuff to get done this offseason. There's no more excuses. Like, what's going to be his excuse? What can actually be EDC's excuses? Really? Like, seriously, think about it. Think about what we need. We need a big body receiver. We need trenches on both sides of the ball. What else do we need? We need trenches, pass rusher, offensive lineman, guard, and tackle. We maybe might even need a center. Who else? What else do we need? Oh, we might need a kicker because I don't like Luke. Some of y'all like Luke. I don't like Luke. So there's that too. We might need a kicker. Don't forget Shannon Sharp. Yo, Shannon Sharp was not. He was only here for 2 seasons. Nitro pick a side. Took another shot at Lamar. These people don't like him. Said that he isn't. Hold on. Isn't as clutch as Josh, and the entire media makes excuses for him. Let them talk. I'm telling you, they're not getting my views where I refuse. They're just gonna keep chatting and talking like we care. They're gonna keep talking. Sign me at tight end. I promise y'all I'm getting 700 plus yards. And that's what I'm trying to say, which is even crazier, right? You're like, a lot of these guys are running wide open. That's why I was mad that they wouldn't use Likely. You weren't using Likely because you were hoping that you could get him at a discount. That's what you did. Bro, that's why Likely wasn't being used this year. Go and look at some of the play calling and the play sheets when it's time to get in. You can look at Harbaugh being like, put Mark out there. That's what I mean. So I don't want to hear, oh, we did everything we can to win. You're lying. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You had a man that could have helped you win, and you had that man on the bench. All pass plays. We watched them do it with Keaton, too. We watched them do it with Keaton. That's what they do. The Ravens will tank your worth to keep you at a discount. That's what they do. They tank your worth to keep you at a discount. Mind you, it was John Harbaugh that stopped Derrick Henry from getting 2,000 yards because he knew that Derrick Henry would be up for another contract, and they wanted to keep him. And I know that if he got another 2,000 yards, they would have been like, we're not going to be able to. We're not. How could you argue with him not getting paid the top or even more? So yeah, Derrick Henry should have easily had a 2,000-yard season. What, he had 1950 or something like that, 1970, 1960. You don't let that man try to go out there and get 2,000 yards. The box you need in your face. This man Harbaugh, bro, because mind you, and I keep reminding people, this is the same guy that did not like Ray Lewis doing the squirrel dance because he felt like too many eyes were on Ray Lewis when he did that. And it was taken away from the team. Y'all be acting like, bro, Harbaugh, the one thing with Harbaugh, he tells you how he is. Well, people want to be like, no, he won a Super Bowl, so he's magical. It's like, bro, this man doing beer foolishness. Y'all looking me in my face telling me, no, he's not. Tell me right now that Derrick Henry shouldn't have had a 2,000-yard season. Get out of here, bro. I'm still above that Harbaugh bench Henry in the fourth quarter of the pay. I'm telling you, bro. Listen. That's like you. Let me give you an example. That's like you in the NBA on pace to beat Chamberlain's 100-point game. You had 95 points, 93 points, and your coach says, I'm taking you out. You're like, what? Say, yeah, come on. You don't need to do that. It's fine. We're good. You know how pissed I'd be? Like, and you're making it about yourself. At that point, your teammates are supposed to be like, no, we want him to get that. He's close. That's not the way Harbaugh rolls. You don't want people breaking records like that. The only record you go for are team records. Individual records, Harbaugh be trying to squash the individual records. But, the team has rushing 100 yards this many times. He'll put him out there to get hurt for the team record. But for individual statistics, nah, bro, go sit on the bench. You better fall in love with the pine. Pause. You feel me? Get out of here. Nasty work. But no one wants to call that stuff out. And I know some people are going to say, well, Saquon could have broke the all-time rushing record, right? Could have broke the all-time rushing record if they would have allowed him to play whatever. They won a Super Bowl, bro. They called that correctly. They won the Super Bowl, bro. He already broke 2,000 yards. They sat him so he could be available for the playoffs. That wasn't what Harbaugh was doing. How many times? I'll give you a better example if you don't believe me. You know how many times Derrick Henry was supposed to get 200 yards rushing? He's on pace for 200 yards. And then Harbaugh was saying, all right, sit down. You get 197, 199 yards. All right, go sit down. There's 9 minutes left in the game. Yeah, you're good. You're fine. Out of here. But no one wants to call that out. Nobody wants to call out the truth. I'm going to call out the truth. Yeah, and I know you guys remember because I know you guys are fans. How many times I've seen Derrick Henry have 190? I think the worst one was the 199 game. And there was like 7 minutes left in the game. And Harbaugh took him out. So you're telling me you don't allow him to get a 200-yard game? But when it's time for you to win a game, you put him on the bench also? Like, bro. And then be like, I wasn't paying attention. You pay attention to This is where, and that's why I'm saying I was so happy he was gone, bro. Because Harbaugh notices everything on that sideline. Him saying he doesn't is lying. He's lying. When it comes to the players, he watches all that stuff. All of it. Y'all ever notice that when certain stuff would go down, he'd be like, oh, I didn't really catch the gist of it. Right? It was the very next day, he knows more than the people that were there, and they're like, oh, because it was on tape. Nah. Even other times when it was like there's no physical record of it and stuff like that. Harbaugh knows. People watching them dudes on the sideline and everything. Lamar got plenty of record games under Harbs. Bro, look, Lamar's best games came because the game was on the line. Do you know how many games, bro? Now I'm gonna make sure I say this because now you got me intrigued. I want you to go back to every single 5-touchdown game. Why isn't Lamar thrown for more than 5 touchdowns? Why is it Jackson 5 is the highest he can go? And he's pulled every single time. Tell me, let me know. Are you going to go to the Rams game? The Jets game? We can keep going. I look like, bro, like I watch this stuff. Like that's like that stuff. That's fact. You can't even like, and that's my problem. Like people will argue facts. Like if you're right, I'm not going to argue that you're right. I'm not going to do that. I find that just foolish, right? And if you're right on it, you're right. I'm not going to argue with you, bro. But Lamar has had how many games where he's been cut off? He's had games that he was sitting from the third quarter. You realize this, right? Well, the only reason why we keep saying Jackson 5 because the Jackson 5 is the ceiling that they made sure that he can't go above. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, think about everything. Oh, he's gonna go for a Jackson 5. Name a time when Lamar Jackson got a Jackson 5 and he was allowed to stay in the game or throw the ball. I believe there was one game where they just ran the ball and then finally they took him out and made what's his name just hand off the ball for the rest of the game. And then instead of taking the points, we ended up kicking the ball to them from the 30. Not even kicking a field goal. I don't like this little chat box. I'm sorry. I know it's little. But I'm live from the church and I'm still taking up the chicken. And I still got about 5 more boxes to go. Listen, guys. The Ravens. I'm somebody that likes guys achieving, getting everything they can because at the end of the day, that's how they're remembered. You feel me? Like that's how they're remembered. It's part of their legacies. Yo, let me get a box of chicken, bro. Look at all these chicken, bro. Look. Y'all think I'm joking? Look at this. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. It's all frozen. Look at it. Should I got chicken on the door? Like, bro. And I'm still packing. Look. 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 So y'all know I ain't joking with y'all, man. You know I ain't never lied to you guys. Come on now, man. Somebody come look at this. Like, bro, I'm not here. You see me, I'm sweating and everything because, chicken got weight. When you have this many boxes of chicken, it got weight to it. But that's why I say I don't want to hear no excuses this year, bro. Like, EDC and them have done enough. We've wasted enough years. Like, we've wasted enough years. Like, and I'm dead serious with you. I don't want to get rid of Zay Flowers. I like Zay. I think Zay should retire as a Raven. I don't think he's a number one. I think he's an amazing number two. Get him a big, make him be alongside a big receiver. And I think Zay will become even more deadly as a player. That's what I'm trying to say to people. I keep, bro, people think I don't like, get out of here. I love Zay. I think Zay's, I just don't think he's one of the best, but he's still an amazing player that I hope retires as a Raven. If you want to know my real feelings, telling y'all, man. I don't want to hear nothing from EDC this year, bro. I don't. I don't want to hear nothing from him. We got Zay Flowers, need a big body receiver. Cool. Go get a big body receiver. Mike Evans, Lamar Jackson might be something special to watch. With Zay Flowers, Tez Walker, Tylan Wallace, and you might still get back DeAndre Hopkins so he can get his ring. Like, come on now, bro. Are you gonna try to tell me that's not a good receiving core? That's at least that's at least a top 10 receiving core, give or take, maybe top 12. Listen, Lamar's his own man. I can't force that man to do nothing. Neither do I want to. I'm hoping that I could get to talk to him this year. I'm hoping that I could talk to him and actually interview him in Miami. Hold on, guys. Hold on, somebody's here. Hello? Yeah, who is it? No, the food pantry is not open, sir. The food no. The food pantry is open the fourth Saturday of every month. The fourth Saturday. And the second Sunday of every month we do Trader Joe's. So the stuff is packed out again, that's all organics and stuff like that. No. Yeah, that's no. We never do stuff on Thursday. Every Friday is a bread ministry, though. The fourth Saturday of every month. Yes, ma'am. And we will be here. Also, every Friday we have snacks and bread. Every Friday from, I believe, I want to say, was it 10 to 12? Yeah, 10 to 12. Yes, sir. I'm actually going to I'm not the pastor, so yeah, I'm just the grunt worker. I'm just the one they put to work. Me too. But y'all be blessed. So I'll see you next Saturday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all be blessed. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Where was I? Getting another box of chicken one up since I'm out here. My bad, guys. I'm sorry about that. See? My bad, guys. Y'all probably listening in. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry about that, guys. Sometimes people come when they see the doors open and stuff like that to try to get food and say, "Are you guys open?" But like I said, the fourth, the second, and every Friday, we have pretty much food banks. So today is not the day. I can't even give out nothing. I'm not authorized to. So I felt, man, the food helps out a lot of people, bro. That's what I try to tell you. If y'all ever have an opportunity to do something in your area, do it, man. I mean, and I know it's time consuming at times, and sometimes even like physically laborious, but it's worth it, man. It does. I'm not gonna lie to you, it is worth it. Seeing people get help and stuff like that, even a lot of elderly and stuff, it's worth it. Just do your part. You know what I mean? That's how I always hear. We need EDC locked in. I'm so, bro. I'm gonna be watching this. I'm gonna be watching the draft like I'm watching my little girl grow. Like I'm gonna be like just staring. Like I'm not trying to miss a minute of the draft. Cause I don't want to hear, bro. Like we'll be live for the draft. I'm gonna let y'all know that now. We'll be live for the draft. Unless there's some crazy thing that happens, we will be live for the draft. Cause yeah, better if you know better, do better. We just try to do our part, man. And I don't think I'm better than anybody. Just trying to help, That's kind of what, and something y'all don't know about me. My grandparents have been doing this, when they passed away, God rest their soul, born. But I remember it, all the time when I was probably, 6 and 7. And me helping. We were doing this when I was a child. But the bags and everything and still helping out people. So, my grandparents, then my parents, and then church and stuff. So, it's just something that we've always ingrained on community. And I feel like a lot of times, and I know this is off topic, I'll keep always saying this. If everybody did a little or gave an inch, nobody would have to go a mile. Nobody would. So if everybody gave just a little time to help, it would change the world overnight. I think a lot of people don't look at it like that, and they say, "Oh, I don't got to. I got to worry about me." But it's like, bro, when you're helping other people, you're getting blessed, and you're getting something out of it too. I know it's not a way to look at it, but you're not always gonna get. It's not money, but you out of it too. Like, and it helps. And there might be a time when you need help, and then somebody might have seen you and then help you out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just you get what you give, man. You get what you give. And I always tell people, and y'all know how I run the channel, man. If I always say I have to try to do stuff for y'all community because it really does help people out. Elderly, kids, the whole nine, man. And those are pretty much the two biggest we look at. So yeah, so I'm not trying to show off or nothing. Y'all know me. I do this. It's part of my regular whatever. Like it's what we do. But yeah, try. Just try, bro. Yeah. When the last time I got a haircut? Oh, you making fun of the fro? My hair is actually long. My hair comes under like right here. I listen, y'all don't even know this, right? My hair is long, right? My hair is long. I have to pat it down because I worked in certain job spaces that if you had long hair, they had a problem with that. And I'm not going to go into depth. I'll make you guys take however you want from that. But if you were from, let's just say, a certain culture and you had long hair, they'd bother you. And because I speak my mind, that wouldn't work out well for me because yeah, I tell people about themselves. So I'd be like, get out of my face, and then I'd get fired. So yeah, so so that's why I pat this bad boy down. Like, look up. My hair fully packed, like out, it comes out to like right here. I pat that bad boy down. But the last time I've gotten like a haircut, it's been weeks now. I got to shave. Y'all be seeing the beard. I got to shave. Y'all know I be cleaning up. I'll be shaved by this weekend though. It is. My hair's long, bro. Look, my hair's long. My hair's long. My hair's like this. Like look. I'm not lying to you. My hair's long. I could literally braid my hair and have and it come under like right here.